Want some tips for getting your clear mount rubber stamps to stick to the blocks? Keep watching to learn a few, including the best trick ever. Hi, this is Sage Kimball, and I'm the Mad Stamper, with another product tip for card makers and paper crafters. Ever since Stampin' Up! Introduced clear mount stamps, crafters have been trying to figure out the best way to keep them stuck to the blocks when they use them. I've gone through a few strategies myself. Even when the block is really clean and the cling label is really clean, the stamps tend to come off the block really easily. So I started putting two-way glue on the cling label, then letting it dry, and the stamp stuck pretty well. But after a while, the two-way glue would lose its stickiness, and I resorted to using Dado or even snail to help them stick. All these adhesives tend to leave me with pretty grungy blocks, but I didn't mind if it meant the stamp stayed in place. That is, until I started getting photopolymer stamps and wanted to see through the block to position my stamps. Then I learned from a demonstrator friend to use Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. I don't like this glue for my projects because it's so tacky when it dries, but that makes it perfect for clear mount stamps. I'd put a generous squiggle on the cling labels and let them dry. They stick amazingly well to the blocks and don't leave nearly as much gunk behind. Now for the best trick ever that I learned from another demonstrator friend. Don't put the cling label on the stamps at all, and the foam sticks remarkably well to the blocks. I have cleaner blocks, and I don't mind that they don't have labels. They even stick well when I'm cleaning the stamps with a stamp and scrub. Since I keep them in their original cases, it's easy to tell which stamp is which by the pictures on the front. And the cling labels are still in the case if I should ever want them. I'm actually finding that the stamps are easier for me to position on my cards because I'd often get the labels on just a little crooked. I'd end up needing to use the Stamp-A-Majig when I wanted my sentiments to be straight and centered. Now I find that I don't need the Stamp-A-Majig as much because the shape of the stamp itself helps me position it without the label confusing my eye. So there you go. If you hate the idea of not having the cling labels on your clear mount stamps, go ahead and use the Tombow multi-purpose glue. But if you can live without the labels on the stamps, I think you'll be happy with this strategy for keeping your clear mount rubber stamps on the blocks. Thanks for watching. Be sure to do your part and like this video, share it with your friends, and leave me a comment. For more inspiration and instructions, be sure to sign up for my newsletter at www.stampingmadly.com. And don't miss another great video. Subscribe to the Mad Stamper YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button now.